All right, so it's Monday, July 20th at 5:31 p.m. Um, 2015, duh. Um, so I'm going to do the gender tag video that YouTuber Ashley Wyld started that I think is pretty rad. It's a series of 10 questions revolving around gender to kind of start a discussion about gender, um, just to get people talking. And you can make your own video. It doesn't matter what gender you identify as. And it's just a set of 10 prompts to get people talking about their own experiences, because gender is such a personal thing and it varies between each person. And I believe that gender is a very fluid thing, and it's a very beautiful thing because it's so different between each person. And at least for me, I think gender kind of changes throughout someone's life. And the fact that Ashley started this this video process, and I've seen a lot of videos, and it's so interesting to hear different people's stories and how they identify. I thought, what a wonderful thing, and I would love to take part in it. So here's my gender tag video, and here we go. All right, so question number 1. How do you self-identify your gender, and what does that definition mean to you? All right, so I self-identify my gender as transgender. To be more specific, I identify as a female to male transgender, or some people may identify that as a trans guy, a trans male, whatever. I'm not really big on labels. I just identify as transgender, and that's a pretty broad term, I think. Trans pretty much meaning, something outside of itself, I guess. Basically, I just identify that word, and I identify as, I do not identify with the gender that I was born in. I do not identify as a female. That's pretty much it. I identify as a male, and I feel that I am a male. So that, I guess, answers that. It's as simple as that. And I know people use transgender as an umbrella, that gender fluid can fall under their agender, neutros. And back when I kind of started discovering gender, I kind of identified as gender fluid because I wasn't really sure what fit me. I thought, maybe I still kind of like wearing feminine clothes and stuff. And as I have continued to explore, I realized that transgender is a more broad term, but I fit under the male spectrum of being transgender, and that there is not really a feminine part at all of my identity. Sure, if that were to pop up someday, I'm not going to deny it or not embrace it, but the more part of my identity is certainly male. So, question number 2, what pronouns honor you? I go by he, him, and his. So male pronouns. Describe the style of clothing you most often wear. I typically wear men's clothing. Trying to think. I think the only women's clothing that I wear that I can think of is I have one pair of girls' pants. I don't really think clothes should be gendered in the first place. I think, honestly, you should wear what you wear, and you should wear what makes you comfortable. So I even hate saying that I wear men's clothes. I wear clothes that cover my body. They just happen to come from the men's section. But I do have one pair of pants that happen to come from the women's section. And they're really distressed jeans, and they're even kind of tight. They would classify as skinny jeans. I think they're even like jeggings, but I love them to death. And if people want to judge me for wearing them, that's fine. I don't care because they're my favorite pants and they are awesome. But so basically the style of clothing that I wear is very laid back and athletic. Like I like to wear like Adidas Sambas are my favorite shoes. I love wearing Converse or like athletic shoes. Track jackets are a staple of the way that I dress. Snapbacks, you can almost always find me wearing a snapback or a beanie in the winter. I'm surprised I'm not wearing a hat right now, actually. Like, hats are my thing. Hats are my thing. And then I'm usually always wearing jeans. I don't usually wear shorts, but if I do, they're usually like athletic shorts, like basketball shorts. I'll show you what I'm wearing now. Why not? I'm wearing American Eagle or something. Aeropostale shirt. So, yeah, just wearing jeans. So nothing too fancy, just hanging out at the apartment. Alright, talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? Choices, so how do you style your hair? I have short hair. It's curly. It's a mess. I have a love-hate relationship with my hair. I definitely hope that as I pass more, that maybe I'll be able to. I actually don't know. I think it could be quite sexy, perhaps, if I were to, as I pass more, because I'm on tea. It's actually my 9th day on tea, so holla, 9 days on tea. My second shot is on Thursday, so hey. I'm hoping maybe as I pass more that this hairstyle will really work for me, or I'm hoping as I pass more that I'm just gonna get like a legit guy's haircut where I'm really into the whole like kind of the men's pomp with like the line down the middle and like buzz down the side, hair on the top thing. I don't think I could pull that off now because I think I just don't think it would work because I think my face is way too feminine right now, and it just would not be the effect that I want. So that's how I style my hair. Do I have facial hair? No, I do not. Like I said, 9 days on tea. I don't know. What do you choose to shave or not to shave? I don't shave my armpits, which I struggle with. I haven't shaved since April 19th, actually. I remember the day specifically, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. So April 19th, 2015, I stopped shaving my arms, and I'm really self-conscious about it, actually. And I keep telling myself that, like, men don't have to have hairy armpits. So it's like, if you're uncomfortable, just shave. Hello. It's not that difficult. But then on the other hand, I'm also proud of it. So it's like kind of confusing. But I've been thinking since I started tea of maybe shaving and just seeing what happens. Maybe it'll grow back different. I don't know. I don't shave my legs. I just shaved them the day before I started tea to see what comes in. So pretty much they're not really hairy right now because that was 9 days ago. Talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What types of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? No, I don't wear makeup. No, I don't paint my nails. What types? Soaps and perfumes. I use Old Spice body wash. I believe it's called Bear Glove, and it smells amazing. And I also use Axe body wash, and it smells amazing. Oh my god, it smells so good. And I use cologne, and I use Axe again. I use Excite and Essence, and they both smell phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, I want to jump myself when I smell them. They smell good. So, have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? I experience being misgendered every single fucking day. Every day. She, her, ma'am, miss, dear, sweetheart, sweetie. Every day I get misgendered. So yes, I'm not mad about it or anything. So yeah, yep. Next question. Number 7. Do you experience dysphoria, and how does that affect you? Yes, I do experience dysphoria. I'm not going to talk about where, but it affects me in the sense that I feel uncomfortable and I feel inadequate. And it just affects me. I find that I'm constantly comparing myself to other men, whether it's being jealous all the time and staring at them and saying, man, I wish I looked like them. Man, I wish I had what they had, or I wish, I didn't have to do whatever to look like them, or whatever. I wish whatever. Yeah, it definitely affects me. It affects me, I think, more than I realize. So yeah, I experienced dysphoria, definitely. Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? Do you want to be the primary caretaker of any children you may have? No, I'm not interested in having children. Most definitely not. I don't like kids. I do not like children at all. I don't ever want kids. And usually whenever I say that, people say, oh, you're young. And my age has nothing to do with that. I'm actually 25, so I'm not that young. I've literally been saying this since I was about 5. I just don't want children. It's not in my future. Now, let's pretend that I did want kids. I would not want to carry the child because I'm a guy. So carrying a child would not be something that I would want to do. Do you want to be the primary caretaker? I think gender roles are dead, so I think it's unfair to say that the woman would have to take care of the kid. That's not fair. I think it should be evenly split. So no, sure, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say. It depends. Number 9, talk about money. Is it important for you to provide for a family financially? And I'm just going to say family as in the sense of not kids. I'll think of like me and my partner, whoever that is. Provide for a family financially if you choose to have one. Is it important to you that you earn more than any partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Are you uncomfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? Alright, so is it important for you to provide for a family financially if you choose to have one? No, not really. I'm not like this person that is gonna, at least I don't think I'm gonna be the person that's gonna like feel bad about myself and think that I'm less of a man because I'm not making enough money, or that my wife or something is making more money than me. I don't think I'm that person. I don't know. I don't think I'm that person. We'll find out. But I don't think I'm that person. Is it important that you earn more than any partner you might have? No. I'm also an actor, so I'm destined to be poor. So it's probably guaranteed that anybody I date is going to have more money than me. But I also work extraordinarily hard for everything that I have, and I'm not lazy. So even if someone makes more money than me, I know that I'm going to be working hard for the money that I do have. So it's not like I'm going to be in a situation where I'm just like, oh, pay for me, buy me things, you know what I mean? So it's not going to just be this uneven balance of me just being a bum. Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? I mean, yeah, every date that I've been on with like a girl I've paid. I'm never gonna let a girl pay for a date because that's rude as fuck. Like, yeah, definitely. Are you uncomfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? Yes. It makes me very uncomfortable, but it also depends on the situation. If I'm out with my guy friends, you don't really have to pay for me, but also I think it's a nice thing when you're with one of your buddies and it's like, oh, I got your drinks, bro. You know, and you kind of like switch off each night because one of my guy friends like will do a night where like he buys the drinks and then I'll buy the drinks, and it's just like a nice courteous thing to do. I'll let my dad buy dinner, like I don't feel bad about that. But then I have another friend where we each pay for our own stuff, and she's a woman. So it's just it depends on the person, I think. Is there anything else you want to... Oh, this is question 10. Is there anything else you want to share about your experience with gender? Yes. I do. Gender is such a difficult bitch of a thing to deal with. It's confusing. It changes. I would never wish this on anybody. And by this, I mean questioning your gender, because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's very confusing, and I hate that there's such a stigma and there's still so much confusion and people just aren't educated on the topic of being transgender. But I am glad that there's more trans visibility in the world and that people are starting to learn. But again, my experience with gender is that in the beginning it was extraordinarily overwhelming, and what I'm learning is that each day it gets a little deeper, a little more muddy, a little more, whatever, and that I don't think I'm ever going to stop growing and evolving and learning things about myself on this journey. Like, I accepted that a really long time ago, but I'm just learning, to never get comfortable because I think new issues are always going to be popping up. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I can choose to look at it as a terrible thing and be like, oh my God, I'm, whatever, how am I ever going to get through this? But I choose to look at it as this is like a journey. And I've been saying to myself that I didn't choose this. I didn't choose to be transgender. The only choice that I have in this entire thing is to be happy. That's the only choice that I have, is to be happy and to live my life and to just make the best of this situation. So that's all I got. Long video, but that's all I got. So there we go.